guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over a little bit of information about Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. We're going to go over an article released on tabstocks.com about 3 days ago, which some of you may have already seen, some have not, but we're going to go over that today. Also going to discuss the annual shareholder meeting, the date, the time, and then letting you know when I'll be releasing a video on that annual shareholder meeting and the summary of it and everything like that. So we'll break down the charts lastly, of course, and then kind of go from there. So happy Good Friday to everyone, first of all. And so let's go ahead and take a look at this article. This is Israel planning to build an oil pipeline for Zion Oil and Gas? All right, and it says there appears to be an upbeat activity and buzz building as Zion Oil and Gas prepares to test their MJ2 well for potential oil production. They're a little bit behind because they are testing now. All the big shots are visiting the MJ2 well and drill site. Zion's technical staff are arriving from US and Canada. Inspections and downhole run will take place for the final completion phase. There seems to exist a lot of positivity despite the low share price. However, since the last update on Thursday, April the 7th, Zion's price rose from 11 cents to 13 cents. Zion's CEO will meet with the Israeli government and the local municipalities. Zion always believed that there was oil in the area they had drilled in the MJ1, but that it was/is down a lot deeper. After conducting their 3D scanning, Zion bought a rig that can drill deeper as well as sideways, though Zion had not released any information regarding the sideways drilling or about the zones of interest. No information was released by the 3D seismic, but Zion has always seemed confident about discovering oil in good enough numbers for production. It's easy to state that Zion Oil and Gas is a waste of time, a penny stock that investors should steer clear of. Okay, that's that guy's opinion. The company has been around for 20 years. There's a typo. Company has been around, not have been around, for 20 years. And has not produced a saleable drop of oil. Most of Zion's investors are Bible Belt Israel supporting Christians. Zion's chairman, John Brown, has instrumental in beating the drums of Zion to raise funds for oil exploration. Nevertheless, if there is oil or not, Brown and his mates have done very well money-wise. Thank you very much. The oil has, and in fact, I'm going to kind of stop here because he goes on to kind of talk about John Brown and how they took money and yada, 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 and all this stuff. So I don't know where. Actually, let's go down to here. So it says, but to raise enough money to drill further wells will require extremely excellent news relating to their MJ2 well. Without such news, the game could be up for Zion, given road tankers can carry up to 200 barrels of oil, and a healthy well could produce 10,000 barrels of oil per day. It makes sense to build an oil pipeline. So this definitely all speculation as far as if this is actually going to take place or not, and I don't know where he's getting his information from, if he, or who this person is. I mean, I don't know who in the world this person is. I've never heard of this person before, never heard of this website before. So, but that would be kind of interesting. But there's a lot of, this article has been floating around all over the place online, and so a lot of speculation at this point. But just know that there's no news or anything that's come out saying that they're building a pipeline. All right, and then the annual shareholder meeting, if you look down here, it says the date and time is June 8th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The location, they'll have a live webinar, an in-person meeting at the offices of Zion Oil and Gas in Dallas, Texas. And, last year what they did was whenever they had the meeting, I think that afternoon they actually posted the recap of it. So I don't know if they'll do the same this year or whatnot, but it'll be interesting to see exactly what they come out and discuss and what they tell us, right? So I think a lot of people are kind of speculating, well, they're going to give us the testing results then. They have not come out and said that, but boy, that would be something if they would. But I think they actually have two things on the agenda, if I'm not mistaken, or actually 3. So it says elect 4 directors of the company as Class 2 directors to serve for a term of 3 years, ratify the appointment RBSM LLP as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022, and conduct such other business as may properly come before the annual meeting and the adjournment thereof. So basically what they're probably going to do, what happened last year, is they had some things to cover as far as votes and after that they adjourned the meeting, and then they gave you a shareholder update and opened it up for Q&A. So basically, you can sign up for Zion Oil and Gas to get on their annual shareholder meeting. Actually, last year I signed up through their website. We'll see right here if they actually have it up yet, or you can call it in and sign up to go ahead and attend. Okay, let me see if they actually have it. I don't know if they have the link to sign up for it just yet, but they will. Okay, if they don't have it out now, or you'll probably get an email asking if you want to sign up for it. And then from there, what you can do while you're watching live, you could actually submit Q&A while they're going over, like the proxy votes. And then when they get to the updates and everything, they actually spend time for Q&A sessions and things like that. So they won't answer anything that's repetitive. If we're asking the same thing over and over and over, they'll be like, well, okay, we already answered that, not answering that again, which makes sense because they're not going to just repeat the same thing over and over. So I'm going to try to chime into this webinar. I do have a camp going on at that time, so I'm really not sure if I'll be able to listen in at that time, but I will listen as soon as I get done with that, and then I'll provide an update and kind of go from there. So probably a lot of people will know what the news is before me, unfortunately, on that day particular. And I just so happened that I had something else scheduled during that time. So I'll try to get my headset in. Maybe I can listen online while I'm doing everything else and kind of take notes. But if for some reason I can't, make sure that if you're watching in and you're getting, some news, share it on Stock Twitch, share it on the Facebook group, comment on one of our videos and say, hey, make sure and go back and watch the video. But what I'll do is I'm going to go and watch the video and dissect it and make a PowerPoint like I did last year for people who may not want to sit through the whole thing. And we'll kind of hit the key points and all that good stuff. So, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the charts and let's see what they're telling us and go from there. All right, guys, taking a look at Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. So not a whole lot of volume. We did get a buy signal. We got as high as a little over 14 cents for the week. We had kind of like a little flash crash at one point down to 11 cents and then recovered fairly quickly. We finished right at about 0.1365. You can go ahead and call it 14 cents. On the RSI, we are getting right above fair value, not at overvalued yet. On the MACD, we're still in a bullish pattern. We're just not moving, very aggressive at this point. So again, won't move very aggressive unless they have some type of news. So one of two things will happen up until from now to June 8th. If they don't have any news, then what will probably happen is we'll probably just continuously go to 13.14 down to 10.11, up 13.14 down to 10.11. And then possibly, with some type of update, it may rise a little bit, or it could just continue to consolidate, going back and forth in anticipation for the annual shareholder meeting. That may be what happens over the next couple of months. So anyway, guys, I wanted to provide you those updates. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.